This is the end of wipe experience you don't get to see on YouTube. And that is Repoze, the rank 1 solos player, easily the best rogue in the game, and arguably the best player in the game overall. Now, in the moment, I wasn't aware of that, but I would be finding out pretty shortly. Just a few minutes later in that same match, and the Pepsi Man himself would be paying me a visit. Now, I did make a critical error during this fight, but I think it's worth noting that I didn't expect Iron Mace to stealthily remove gear score based matchmaking 2 days before the wipe ends. And since I was an under 299 lobby enjoyer, especially towards the end of the wipe, because those were the only lobbies not dead or littered with cheaters, it's safe to say that my kits weren't quite up to par with the likes of Repozes or the number of artifact users I ran into throughout my session. Unfortunately, my mic wasn't picking up my audio at this time, so you can't hear me react to finding out I died to Repoze, but you'll probably be able to see it from my expression. Also, in case you didn't see the massive blunder, I didn't use my skills early enough when I turned around to fight him in the door, so I was stuck in an animation and wasn't able to swing when I intended to, which threw off the timing of my attacks pretty bad. It goes without saying that I'm still honing my rogue skills. Nevertheless, I threw on another kit and hopped into another game, and this was the very next match. And I saw this guy in the lobby dripping in gold armor, so I assumed he was really geared, but I definitely didn't know he had 151 HP and a certain special weapon. Dude, we're gonna trade probably. No, we don't even trade? How is this possible? I have this guy with 2 crossbow shots. What? Oh my god, he barely got his ambush off, bro. No way. No way. The ambush was literally like 0.1 seconds away from being gone. That is so crazy. Oh, bro. Oh. God. He had a Deathbloom! Oh my god. I got him to 1 HP and he had a Deathbloom. No way. In hindsight, I obviously didn't want us to trade kills because I dealt with that later in the day, as you'll see, and that's no good for anybody. But it is interesting to note, if you look back at the footage, from my perspective, it looks like we should have traded kills, but from his perspective, my final attack didn't actually register. I ended up watching it back again, and it's actually worse than I thought. Pay attention to his stacks of poisoned weapon and how he goes from 4 to 5 stacks, obviously from getting hit with another melee attack, but somehow he takes 0 damage from the actual attack. Anyways though, it was a good fight, and it's probably for the best because the Deathbloom likely would have just been lost to the void. This was one of my first matches on earlier in the day when I learned the hard way that gear score based matchmaking had been removed. No. No, that was the guy. Wait, I'm so sad. Why was I f***ing with that other ranger? I could have actually maybe killed this guy. Dude, how unlucky is that? I like shoot at another. Oh, this guy's gonna die. Wait, he went the wrong way. Wait, he's actually gonna die. Or maybe not, but he's probably gonna die. What I almost finished saying was that it was pretty unlucky that I decided to shoot at the ranger, which probably gave away my position to the warlock. If I had gotten the jump on him with Cutthroat so he wasn't able to curse me or get his blow of corruption off in time, I think I honestly would have just won the fight, or it would have been extremely close at the very least. In this match, I was able to get a cheeky kill on this Warlock, but before I had the chance to loot him, I found myself in a decently long fight with another rogue. That I knew was running a really good kit from inspecting him in the lobby, and I'll just say it ended up being a bit of a tragedy for everyone involved. There, I made sure to stay out of melee range and wait out his ambush proc before landing 2 nice crossbow shots on him, which put him on the back foot. How? How does this guy win that? No, we traded. No, shot, man. We actually traded. As I mentioned earlier in the video, trading kills isn't good for anybody, and ultimately I had 2 kills that game that I didn't even get to loot. Moving on though to the final match of my session, where I had enough of Rogue and hopped on my Warlock, where I was testing out a plate lock setup. I ended up running into a ranger that I thought my setup should do pretty good against, before I found myself in a bit of an awkward spot. Now, it should be pretty obvious, but that fight was over before the bard jumped in, and I don't even know if he landed an attack on the ranger. But I could tell the bard was default and just didn't have it in me to kill him at that point, so I just gave him the loot and went on my way. Little did I know though that this was going to be one of those don't feed the animals situations where after he got some free goodies, he was going to just follow me around the rest of the match and get a ton of gear for free. Here I am trying to let him know that I don't want a team and that I want him to go the other way, or we're gonna have to put the dukes up, and he seems to get the message. Later that match, this happened. And guess who decided to show up out of nowhere? So, I ended up accepting his gift and left most of the loot for him once again. After I extracted, I had to check up on him, and it seems like he just finished winning a fight with somebody and ended up having a huge come up. I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of this clip play out, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. What the f? This bard came in literally completely default and just like ran around with me for a little bit and looted people I killed, and like he got so much loot from this run for having come in default. That is insane. And last but not least, take it easy, chefs. Fade away.